the Oklahoma Newsroom, this is an OSU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Kyle Fredrickson. Kyle, signing day approaches for all college football teams, but obviously we're focused on the Cowboys, and the first commitment to this year's class is a bit of a headliner too. Justice Hill, the running back from Washington and Tulsa, Booker T. Washington High School. He was an early commit to the Cowboys and stuck with them. A little bit different than last year when it comes to running backs, isn't it?
Last year this time we were talking about the mad scramble for running back. The OSU's late push to get Chris Carson, signing Jeff Carr basically on signing day. But as OSU enters this 2016 season with running back and the run game being a concern, OSU fans gotta like what they see with Hill. He's a guy who was super versatile at Booker T, played a little slot receiver in the return game, was a rusher, fought through injury during his junior season, had a dislocated shoulder that he played through quite a bit through there, so you like his toughness. And it's going to rely a lot more upon just him and fixing some of the issues that the Cowboys have. But here's a guy who's been a lifelong OSU fan. He's had his parents and aunts and uncles have all gone to OSU, kind of a big reason why he committed so early and has stuck through it to this point. So, you know, as we look at this entire class, he might not be the highest rated player, but he's certainly in an area of need and brings a lot to the table.
Well, you know, you mentioned his OSU connections, and I've followed him on Twitter for a while, and he's very vocal for the Cowboys, reaching out to other recruits. I mean, you talk about maybe not most high profile, but it seems like his passion is probably one of those things that amongst other recruits, it's probably appreciated by every coach in the Cowboy offices, I would think.
Yeah, as we see a lot of these decommitments around the country, to have kind of a glue guy who serves as kind of that rock of the class, the first signee. You know, I know he was among those recruits who were on the official visit weekend just a couple weeks ago, and that's a time for really these guys to bond and to develop those relationships from the get-go. So you're definitely talking about a guy who's going to do that for OSU, and hopefully that'll translate into kind of gelling this group as a whole.
Well, lastly, what kind of impact could he have? I mean, you mentioned that run game struggling so much this last year. There was offensive line problems, but you know there might have been some running back deficiencies as well. It's kind of hard to tell with that offensive line. But where could Hill fit in, and what kind of talent could he bring to the table?
Well, he's a 5'10", 190 guy, so maybe he needs a little bit of time to develop and put on a little bit of weight. But I think at this point it's wide open in terms of what he could do from the get-go. But like I mentioned, I think that versatility is going to give him a little bit of a boost, maybe over some of these other guys, being the fact that he's a proven pass catcher and a kick returner. You know, we saw Jeff Carr in the kick return do some good things this year, but I think by no means has he kind of sealed that spot, so he might be able to impact the Cowboys in that way. But I think at this point, the sky's the limit because we don't really know how good this running backs group is. Now, Chris Carson, I think, is going to be that day one starter because he has the size and now he's got that year under his belt, but he's going to have to really earn it this year with some of these new guys coming in.
You talk about kick return. We haven't seen a really big kick return threat since Justin Gilbert. It's been a few years. Maybe that's the new name and face back there. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.